Hey guys, it's your girl Kayla Money. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video because we're gonna get into some things, okay? I'm so excited and I hope that you enjoy. So before we get into what we're gonna be talking about, I really need you guys to hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up so you can like this video and we can stay on this YouTube journey together, okay? I need to tell you guys about Kaleidoscope hair products. As you can see, my blowout is done. I washed my hair, I did a deep condition, and I did a little braid out. So within this braid out, I just want to make sure that my hair is moisturized and I'm still on my hair growth journey. Like I told you guys, if you purchased with me, thank you so much. If you use my code, if you even click the link just to check out my website, I really appreciate it. So I'm just going to assume that you're on your hair growth journey with me. So we're just going to put some drops in our little natural hair situation that we got going on right now. Whether your hair is braided down for a wig, whether you got your hair in your braids, it's totally fine. So I'm just going to put a few drops on my scalp and I'm just going to massage my scalp. This is what I've been doing for the last few months. Mostly worried about my edges. And yeah, I wanted to save my braid out just for you guys so we can see how my braid outs turned out using Kaleidoscope hair products. So if you want to join my hair growth journey with me, you can click this link below. It's going to always be in my description box. Use my code to get your discount and you can get your miracle drops. I have the miracle drops with the hair gummies so I can make sure I'm staying on track. Every morning I wake up and I take my vitamins, so the hair gummies are perfect for me. If you're like, hey, I just want to try out the gummies, that's totally fine. If you want to try out the gummies and the drops, there is a bundle on my link. You'll see it below. Okay, so check out Kaleidoscope hair products. Use my code. Thank you in advance because I know you guys are going to do it. And let's get into this girl talk video. To know me is to know that I keep my hair in something. It's always in something. I rarely have my natural hair out, but if I'm in between hairstyles, then I'm gonna do exactly that. You know, I'm going to wear my natural hair out because that's what we're doing here. So I got some new hair products, just stuff that I usually keep in um, my little beauty bucket of hair products, so I can make sure that I have something to take care of my hair properly. I'm going to take out this braid out now. I've been really productive so far. I did my makeup and I even did a little video that I'm gonna make into a reel, like a makeup video, I guess you can say. And yeah, I took a pause on that to talk to you guys, but I am going to show my finished results on my hair, and I recorded my whole makeup on my iPhone. Lord have mercy. We're gonna see how this turn out. I haven't done any natural hair stuff in a while, so I'm like, I think that I should have probably used the mute mousse. Um, wow, putting the rods in. I had put the rods in last night, and I took it out this morning and I ran some errands because I didn't want my rods to be in my hair while I was running the errands, even though like I really did want it to be in this hair still. But see how this turns out. So yeah, I've done braid outs before. I used to do braid outs all the time. If you go on my Instagram page, by Mosegi Brand, and you scroll down, you'll see that all throughout college, I was a little natural hair queen, and I still am, but it's just different now. Do you guys like the little purple makeup look? I'll give you guys a close up once I finish taking this out and I wash my hands. I'll bring you guys a little bit closer. I just wanted to do something like different, creative, and pick a color on my eyeshadow palette that I don't normally touch. So I kind of like it. I think I need a little bit more blush. I got this other blush I think I'm gonna add. Um, but no, I like the way that everything came out for sure. Did my makeup just for you guys and for the videos that I need to be doing. I'm giving my hair a little bit of a break. I didn't have anything planned for the month of March, and I've been enjoying it. I have been enjoying it. I can look how I want to look, go to the gym without wearing my hair, um, been able to relax and stay in the house, tend to my house, cook. Well, I'm always cooking. I'm always cooking, but yeah, it's just been nice not having any plans because next month I got a few plans already. May I got plans. June is light for right now. July maybe. So I've just been enjoying it. It's still the beginning of the new year, and it's just like I'm just enjoying the doing of a nothing. This is Cream of Nature coconut milk foaming mousse. I've never owned mousse. Can you believe that? I would use my mother's. Shout out to her. And I actually took it. The last little mousse that I had from like last year or 2 years ago now, I took it from her. My mom has locks now, but when she was a natural girl herself, she had a closet full of different products, and those are my products too. Those are my products too. I use like the basic of the basic products from like natural hair lotion or hair lotion to deep conditioner. I use like the olive oil brand. Just real basic, just making sure my hair gets its proper nutrients. Because, like I said, my hair doesn't isn't out for long. I just ordered a new wig. I just ordered a new wig, so that tells you a lot. I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time. It is time, y'all. So my issue is not with braid outs. It's the day afters. Like when y'all braid out still look good the day after. Like I'm jealous because like I sleep crazy. I've done the pineapple method before, and it just I don't. It doesn't agree with me. I don't think like I don't know. I have to try it out. My curls still look good though. They do. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, they don't look good. They do look good, but it's just like still like going out the next day and having that same. It's just not the same. Like it's just not the same for me. I'm missing them. I miss the braid. I never did. Hold on. I didn't spray nothing yet. Ugh. I didn't spray my face yet. Is what I meant. Spray my face. Oh Lord. Let's see what I'm missing braid. But how have you guys been doing? Let me know in the comments. Other than missing me terribly, you know. Let me know in the comments. Could we crossing those goals off our list? You know, we 3 months in. Are we locked into ourselves and doing what we supposed to be doing? Like you said, December 31st. Okay, let me know. Got this little braid right here. I wash my hands. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could cornrow, and I could, but it's not gonna be. I wish I could curl on the top of my hair and then do the braid out. Like I feel like that would be way better. This one little braid I got, I don't even know why. I was bored. My kitchen braid. Okay, this is now done. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands and pluck out my hair a little bit more, and then we'll be back. We are active. Okay, I'm done playing around with IG for now. I think I'm gonna turn this light off too. Or should I leave it on? On, off. Um, I guess we could do our girl talk here. But I definitely wanted to connect with you guys and not do a vlog. Vlogs are so easy for me to do. I got started on TikTok just to prepare myself for YouTube, and it's definitely I love the results basically. um, and yeah, I asked my close friends, what should we talk about in my girl talk? Like, what should we touch on? And they ain't really say nothing. So y'all suck. They'll probably watch this. Y'all suck. Yeah, you, y'all suck. But either way, I was going to tell you guys the story time anyway. So we'll just get started about that. So the story time is about the one and only, knock on wood, hopefully the only worst date I've ever been on. I told this story at my Valentine's Day brunch, and I said on TikTok and on my YouTube, if you watch that YouTube video, that I would do a separate video where I talk about the worst date I've ever been on. Okay, so basically Lord have mercy. Basically, I met this guy at my friend's family's cookout, and he was a friend of her cousin, I believe. And you know, we were talking for a little bit. We exchanged information, and we, you know, went on from there. We got to know each other a little bit better, and he was like, "Oh, like, you know, I definitely want to take you out." Da, da, da. He lived in the city, New York, and I'm in North Jersey, so that's just a train ride or a little 30-40 minute drive away. So I took the train into New York, and he picked me up. And yeah, he was like, he kept saying, "I got a surprise for you, I got a surprise for you," and I was like a little nervous. I was like, okay, I didn't know what it was going to be. I was hoping it was going to be something light, and he just was like, "Oh, I got you flowers." I was like, you know, but the surprise was, and I guess I do the girl talk based off of the story time, honestly, because so I ran into his car. He had a really nice car too, by the way. I want to say Mercedes. And got into his car, and he's like, "Okay, so you ready for the surprise?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm ready." I was so nervous, guys. I didn't know what the surprise was, and he was like, "We're going to Nobu." Background: I'm fresh out of college, and so you know, you could do the math, and he's about 10 years older than me, and I'm like, so like I haven't started my luxury dining experience just yet, right? So he said, "We're going to Nobu," and I was like, you know, I was like, "Oh my god, we're going to." He was more excited about Nobu than I was. Like, you know, I know Nobu for what it is now, and I, you know, genuinely enjoy Asian cuisine, but you know, you gotta work your way up there. And I have no problem with him showing me the ropes. It's totally fine, but that was the surprise you had for me or for you? you know, okay, little red flag, right? But there's no red flags prior. We're talking, we get to know each other. We both have to work. We both, like, you know, regular adult stuff. But I'm just starting the adulting journey, right? Fresh out of college. Keep that in mind. So I was like, oh my god, we're gonna know it. So he was working real hard to show off. Okay, he called his concierge with Mercedes or something, and to make sure our reservation was confirmed or something. I don't know what was going on. So anyway, or he got us a last minute reservation. I think it was something. Either way, he was flexing real hard, but I'm oblivious. Like I said, fresh out of college. So so we're on our way to Nobu, and you know, it was like a nice vibe and stuff, but you know, I like we had to look at photos. Like I'm like, you wanted to go here so bad, and you don't even know what's going on, or what. I would rather you be like, oh my god, I've been wanting to go here, and I already know what kind of cuisine it is and what we're gonna get and what's it gonna be like. He had no clue, y'all. We are in the restaurant on Yelp looking at pictures. Okay, like this sounds good. Like, and you know me, I say yeah, I eat Asian food, but chicken and broccoli takeout. Like, you know, so we only looking at why the both of us looking at photos. Let me look at the photos. You're supposed to know this stuff, right? You Mr. Flex, right? So we'll call him that, Mr. Flex. So anyway, we figure out what we're gonna do food wise. And we got it, and it was good. I did enjoy it. You know, I got introduced to hamachi and you know, different things, and you know, it was a cool experience. I'll never be upset with somebody introducing me to something new, especially when it comes to food. Okay, so it was good, but it's like you got to keep ordering. You got to keep ordering. Like it's like, yeah, it's shareable, but you're still hungry. Like okay. So yeah, it was like we made the best of the night. Really, we went to this Caribbean bar after, I remember, and we, you know, we're, you know, talking still and hanging out. Um, my outfit wise, I had on like this gray bodysuit, but it was strapless. It's the summertime, and it was strapless, and I had on like shorts, but they were like knee length shorts, like distressed denim, and some sandals. Because how cheap it was, like a Fashion Nova top. How cheap it was like a elastic band that's on the top. Sometimes it would kind of just unravel, and I would just adjust it every few minutes. I would just probably look down or just like pull up my top just to make sure like it didn't flip over. I wasn't gonna expose anything, but it was just gonna be like a white band showing. I just wanted it, you know, it didn't look nice, so I just wanted to make sure that every few seconds I'm just like this, like, you know, not every few seconds, but once in a while I'm like, okay, I'm good, like, you know, keep it tucked in. And I also have like a strapless bar underneath, so it's pretty stable. But you know, like I said, once in a while I'll just be like, okay, cool. While we're in the second place, the Caribbean bar, there is a guy sitting. He's so Mr. Flex is sitting right here. We're at the corner of the bar. So if the bar is an L shape, we're at the shorter part of the L, right? So I'm right here, and he's right here. Like I'm right here, and he's right here, and then there's another guy, like not even sitting directly next to me, but like 2 seats over on the longer part of the L. But he made sure to turn his body around so he could look at me. Okay, I felt it. As a woman, you're so used to it, you just ignore it and you go about whoever you're at dinner with, or who, you know, whatever the focus is, if it's your phone or if it's something else. Like, you know, as women, if you know, you know. That's it. I'm not paying the guy who's staring at me any mind. So Mr. Flex got a sense and looked at the guy looking at me, and he was like, that guy keep looking at you. Da, da, da. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, you know, whatever. Anyway, and he was like, if he look at you one more time, I'm like, and what you about to do? Like, what? And he made some comment. I feel like he said it right then and there. I don't feel like he held it for later, but he made some comment like, he said something like, and you keep adjusting your top. And I'm just like, excuse me? He made it seem like I was adjusting my top to get attention. I'm trying to make sure nothing unravels, and like I'm trying to make sure I'm good. Is he? And the way he said, he's like, you keep adjusting me, but mind you, I'm laughing. But one thing about me, I'm a laugh. It's so bad though. It's actually bad. Like I should be like be a little bit more like what you just say. Like, but I be laughing because I be like, you can't be serious right now, right? Like that's why I be laughing because this would be like I'm a laugh before I get upset and go off. That's just me though. I be laughing because I be like, yeah, okay, you not serious, right? But he did say, and you keep adjusting your top, and I was just like, what? I was like, it comes undone. I'm trying to make sure I'm good. Whatever. I'm just ignoring him. And whatever. We go out our night, and so before we even went out on a date, I told him like, so I'm fresh out of college. I'm still living with my family, and I'm definitely not comfortable with driving into New York yet. So I was like, I'm taking a train. And he was like, okay, like I'm gonna pick you up and I'm gonna drive you back home. Mind you, he lives in New York and I'm in North Jersey, and he was like, I understand you live in North Jersey, that's not a problem. I definitely will take you back to New Jersey anytime you meet me on the train. I don't want you to be on that train late, and I got a sister. I like to look out for her too. Like I don't like to play like that. And I was like, wow, thank you, I really appreciate that. So after we left the Caribbean bar, he did just that. He drove me all the way back to Jersey. And it was really nice of him. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like, I appreciate it, blah, blah, let me know when you get home. I'm going to go in the house, whatever. So that was the night. That was just the first date. We only went on 2 dates. It didn't go past that. You guys will see why. So, in between that time, let's be honest, I'm dating other people. I'm fresh out of college. I can date grown men with jobs. I'm out. Like, so, but anyway, I'm not telling him that. I'm not telling anybody that. I'm just, going out, living my best life, still going to work, whatever. In between that time, we're still talking, getting to know each other. And, so yeah, I, was noticing little stuff that he would say to me. And it would just be like it could just be stuff that I'm just like not even checking on or whatever really. But it was just one time in particular, he was like, he let me know that he wanted to see me again. And I said, okay, no problem. Like, just let me know when and where, like what date you're thinking, whatever. And after I said that via text, he texted me back, man, I swear you got a boyfriend. Huh? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I swear you got a boyfriend. Like I just was like, just because I want to know the date and time you want to go out next, because I have a schedule. You work, I work. I was like, yeah, I'm okay. We don't have to go out. Like, I'm okay. Like, what? You got all that from me asking for the date and time? Okay. Um, so we ended up still going out. Did we have legitimate plans? I can't recall. But whatever it was, I'm doing the same thing. Taking the train in, picking me up, and I remember we went to Sweet Chick. Do you remember that? And we were in Manhattan because I remember we were like gonna check out this rooftop, like a around the corner from it. And so let me just start here. We're at Sweet Chick, mind you, and I'm getting this weird vibe from him. It's very cold and like dismissive. Like I can't describe the energy, but it's just it's a little catty, I guess you could say. And I remember him not really talking to me, and I don't like to be on my phone on dates. I try not to. I try to be mindful and try to think of, something to say or a question or, I try not to be on my phone. So, but he was being so cold and like kind of just like not eerie, but just standoffish that I got on my phone and just was like, okay, you're not gonna say nothing to me. But I'm texting my BFF and I said, this guy's acting off. And yeah, I don't know. His energy's just off. So he was like that the whole beginning part, you know, like I'm trying to like make small talk, talking about the menu, talking about this. We like remember we got like mac and cheese. I wanted to talk about that, and but he just was being weird. I'm just like, okay. It's like somebody. It's like it was like build up animosity already in his head, and then he got in front of me, and he just was like he didn't know how to move. Like he didn't know what to do. It was weird, but everything was fine on my end. I don't know, like we didn't have anything, like nothing that I could think of. So anyway, so we, you know, finished eating, and I remember we went to the rooftop thing. He was like, okay, what do you want to do now? And I was like, oh, like you want to check out that rooftop? He's like, oh yeah, like we could do that. Like, we could just walk over there. And I was like, okay, you know, we just walked over there, and it was a long line, but if you know New York and the rooftops, the long lines are they're not nothing. They're just checking IDs, and then they have to wait a little bit, let people on the elevator, let people off, that kind of thing. It doesn't take long to get up on the rooftop. So we're standing there, and the line was long, but we wasn't even standing there long. He's like, like he's making sighs, and I'm just like, okay. He's like, do you really wanna stand in this line? I'm like, and you know, like I'm always gonna go based off of the vibe, and I was just like, oh, like no, you know, you're not feeling it. You don't want to wait. That's fine. You don't have to. I'm saying that based off of him. Like you know, like I'm just like, okay, you not feeling it. Let's go, because I feel like men could be the biggest vibe killers. Like they could just be the biggest vibe killers. If it's something they don't want to do, they gonna huff and puff, and they will blow it down. Okay, so he's like, I was like, okay, you ain't gotta hit me hard one more time. Let's go. Let's be out. So I was like, okay, let's go. And we walking back to the car. He's like, so like, what do you want to do now? And I was just like, can't think of anything. Can you think of something? He was like, no. I was like, okay, well, I'll just go home. Guys, please remember a few moments ago when I told you he made a whole monologue about how he'll always drive me back to New Jersey, even though he lives in New York and he doesn't play around like that. He got a sister and yada yada yada. I said to him, "It's okay. I'll go back home. I'll just go home." And he's like, "I don't really feel like driving Jersey." Yeah, he said that. I said, okay, that's totally fine. I have a ticket and I can take the train back home. Not a problem. I do not trust anything. I don't trust anybody. Every time we went out, for the 2 times we went out, I always bought a round trip ticket. And it's not like I can't just go in the station and buy another ticket to head home. But I just did it just to have it on me, and so I could just go right to the train part and just sit on the train. So I said, it's okay. I can take the train home. He said, okay, great. So I remember, you know, the drive back was very awkward. And why is he trying to make small talk then? Like, you wasn't really trying to talk to me this whole time. You trying to make small talk then. I remember something weird. He like asked me, he said, I don't know if he said, I don't want to say it on YouTube because I don't want to get banned or anything, but it was a time when I don't follow the Shade Room anymore, but it was a time when I followed the Shade Room, and it came out that Safari came out with his own toy. If you know, you know, you can look it up. You know, he got a deal with a certain company that produces those kind of toys, and he got one molded of himself, and he was selling that toy. So it was a post that I liked, and I don't even remember that I liked it, but guess who did? Mr. Flex. Yeah. So he said something like, "Oh, you like you like that kind of stuff or something like that. I said, what are you talking about? He's like, oh yeah, I saw on the post, and I think he brought up the post or something. I was like, oh, I was like, I was like, I don't remember liking it, but I thought that was cool or something. It was just really weird. I'm just like, huh? That's the small talk you bring up? He's just the whole room and the whole car, everything is just red at this point because it's like, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to do this, you don't do that, and you want to bring up that. Ugh. So I texted my best friend and I told her, I said, when I send you the letter K, call me. So it's like she wouldn't be saving me, but it's just like she just saves me, and I just, I guess she would be saving me in a sense because I didn't know what else he was gonna say, and when he got me to the train, I just wanted her to call and me answer and be like, bye. That's exactly what I did. Okay, we get to the train station, and I said, bye, thank you, I'll let you know when I get home. Before I did the whole bye, thank you, I'll let you know when I get home, I text Kayla, my best friend, whose name is Kayla. I text Kayla the letter K, and I did the whole, oh, thank you, I'll let you know when I get home. She was calling me after I finished the hug, and he looked at my phone and saw, it was Kayla, whatever. Picked up the phone, got out the car, and walked inside to get in the train. Sat on the train, and I said, girl, like, told her everything. It was just so weird. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, so if you guys have any names or words to describe how he was acting, put it in the comments, because it was just, I can't describe it, but it's just a feeling, like when somebody is like just being real petty, like they're fake mad at you, but it was just, I just felt like it was just like middle school. It was just like he was just being real catty, like, like let's say you're sitting at the lunch table and they acknowledge you a little bit, but it's only to try to like play with you or something, like, what in the world? Anyway, so I'm telling Kayla everything that happened on the train, whatever. I finally make it home, and I text him. I said, hey, made it home, thank you, whatever. He texted me back and said, oh, don't tell me that. Go ahead and tell your boyfriend that, or whoever was calling you, when you was in our car. y'all he was 30 something too. Like, it just, you saw a girl's photo pop up. Sure, she might have had a little funny little dog filter on her, but it was a girl. Child. Y'all, so I was like, he was like, and he followed up with that text. He said, you're trying to play with me and I'm wavy, I'm good. I was like, okay, Mr. Wavy, Flex, Wavy, whatever you want your name to be, whatever. Y'all, a mess. Anyway, so I left that alone, right? Didn't text him back, left it alone. I think like that next week went by, and I just happened to be scrolling on Instagram stories, and I watched his story, and I said, oh, let me unfollow him. And I was like, oh no, let me do that. He's done, right? The way he was acting. 10 seconds after I hit that unfollow button, I get a text from him. He said, he put the laughing emoji. He was like, oh, you unfollowing people now? Oh, what are you going to do next? Block me? Damn, should I block you? I was trying to be nice. I just leaving you alone. Like, his son was a Scorpio, okay? I'm a Scorpio. I'm not opposed to Scorpio men, but have I met a mentally stable one yet? No, I haven't. Haven't been that fortunate yet. Anywho, Didn't say anything back to him after that. Um, I needed to change my battery. My battery was about to die. Thank God for two batteries. So I left this man alone. I left this man alone, y'all. I did not respond back to his text where he was like, "Oh, you're gonna follow me, or you're gonna block me next." Da, da, da. And I just left him alone. The summer was coming to an end, and so was my roster. And I honestly, I had somebody. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this one because this one is not giving me a headache. So until later on, of course. But I left him alone, and I just left it at that. I unfollowed him. I guess he unfollowed me. Whatever. Who cares? Who's paying attention? So that was like 2018. 2020, I decided to plan a friend trip to Atlanta, and I, so I went with my friend who had the family barbecue where I met him at, and I was like, oh, let's go to Atlanta. Da, da. So it was just me and her, and we went to Atlanta. We went to the club, do this, that, and my friend actually had to leave the club we were at because she was getting so tired, and she just was like, I can't stay up, because we was like, oh, we already knew we was going to an after party, and she was like, I can't even go to the after party. She's like, I'm going back to our Airbnb, right? And I said, okay, because I didn't want to leave my cousin who just got there, and I was like, oh, like, if it was just me and you, we could just leave and we just go back to the Airbnb. But because my cousin is already here, she just got here, I don't want her to, be like, oh, I came out here for nothing, right? So me and my cousin decided to go to the after party. So we were just chilling, and we were in a section, we had hookah, whatever. And smoking a hookah, and I just happened to look over to my left. Guess who I see, y'all? All the way in Atlanta. What, 3 years later? 2 years later? Mr. Flex. Yes, I saw Mr. Flex. I happened to look over, I saw him, I said, shit. I said, oh, sorry. Let me, YouTube, don't mind that. I saw him, I said, like, oh, like, I hate that I locked eyes with him. I was like, I quickly tried to turn my head, and he was like, and I was like, yeah, it's me. Like, yeah. Like, what y'all do the whole, like, I was like, so I'm like, okay. He was like, oh, come here. I'm in a section, mind you guys. I'm in a section. It's a little rope. He's on the dance floor, but there's nobody on the dance floor. It's like after hours, so it's like people there, but there's nobody like on the dance floor. And he was like, oh, come here. And I was like, no, you come here. He was like, oh, like, I'm not coming in your section. I was like, well, yes, he. So he ended up coming in the section because I'm like closer to the front. So he could like just come up and be like, oh, what's up? And I was like, hey, like, nothing, just, he was like, how you been? I was like, I'm good. How are you? He was like, I'm good. He was like, oh, like, you live out here now? I was like, oh, no, like, I'm still in Jersey. I'm just here for the weekend. He's like, okay. He's like, that's cool. I was like, hey, you live out here now? He was like, no. Like, he was like, I got some properties out here now, so I'm doing the Airbnb thing. So I come and check on those once in a while. But I'm still in New York. I go back and forth. I was like, okay, cool. And he was just like, oh, yeah. He was like, well, you enjoy your night. You be safe. It was nice seeing you. I was like, okay, nice seeing you. Whatever. Right? And so then after that, he leaves. But the thing about it, guys, was the fact that he was standing in the middle of the dance floor like he was waiting for somebody, like he needed to get like maybe a waitress or somebody's attention. Y'all, he was waiting for me to turn my head to look at him. Because after I finished talking to him, he left. He was like, okay, like, I'm leaving. I thought about it. He was standing there for a good minute. I've never seen him again, ran into him again. He did end up following me on Instagram again. Not right there, but like a year or so after that, he found my Instagram and followed me again. And you guys want to know how he found my Instagram? I commented on a food bloggers page that, like, you know, like one of those food review pages in New York. And I remember I tagged my cousin. I was like, oh, like, we gotta go to the. He saw my name under the comments and clicked on it and followed me, y'all. I don't follow him back. I don't. I'm not that curious at all. Um, anyway, that's the end of the story about the worst date I've ever been on. What have we learned here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just do the girl talk based off of the story. I was a newbie in the game, okay? But looking back, I definitely could have asked some more questions, especially when he was showing me his insecurity. It was screaming, and I was just like, what? Like, oh, oh god. Like, I could have picked up on that and asked him, like, is everything okay? Do you have a problem with me asking about when you would like to take me out again? Like, what is, you know, I could have digged into that a little bit more looking back. Should I have went on a second date? Probably not. Probably not. Like, it was, and I'm not, but leading up to us going out, like I said, it wasn't any issues, it wasn't any problems from my end, you know. Me being a few years older now, I definitely would have done some things differently. I definitely would have caught it a little bit better, you know, and I would have been like, because as a beautiful, confident woman, you can't have anybody next to you that is like not on the same level or higher when it comes to their confidence or how they feel about themselves. And he wasn't, and he looked nice. Like, I don't think that he was ugly. I thought that he was very attractive. When I saw him in Atlanta, I was like, ooh, yeah, no. Now, looking back, like I said, I'm not going to date a man that is, his insecurities are screaming. We're all insecure about something. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I'm not insecure about some things. But when you're really, like, projecting like he was, it's like, you don't want to be around people like that. And you just need to leave people alone. And he was showing me signs that he was going to be jealous of any and everything. From me saying that I was bringing attention to myself, from fixing my top, that I wanted attention from that guy at the bar. And I was just like, huh? Are you serious? I want attention from another guy and I'm here with you? Like, why would you think like that? But hey, there's people out there that think like that, but I don't think like that. Because I'm not deliberately like, I'm like literally just talking to you and I'm just like, but you see him looking at me and now it's a problem. And that's the other thing too. It's like, with men, I'm just like, you guys know what we look like. You know how it was when you first saw us. So there's going to be somebody out there, or maybe a few people, that's going to feel the same way you felt when you first saw us. Like, what is the big deal? Okay, I don't know. If you can't handle having a pretty woman, go get what you can handle. Okay, go get somebody that's not a whole bunch of fuss. Okay, because it's a lot of fuss around here. It's gonna be some fuss. Okay, either way, you need to go to something that you can handle, because clearly it was too much for you. Okay, I'm not doing, like, in him, you know, being petty. He didn't want to take me back to Jersey. Did I feel away? Absolutely. Especially after you know, was beating on your chest saying how you would never want me to take a train at night, and how you're going to be protective over me, and how, you know, you care about your sister just like that. And what was the point of your whole monologue? What was the point? Just for me to take the train at night, and because you know, like, y'all, I did feel away, even though I bought a ticket. Like I said, I always bought a ticket going back home. I did feel away because of, like I said, he wasn't being a man of his word. That's another red flag. Don't ever deal with a man who, as soon as he gets upset, you can stop breathing and he wouldn't care. What? No. lesson learned. Lesson learned. Never do that. That doesn't work well for anybody. Because what if something really happened to me? And then the police contacted him because they're going to be like, oh, the last person she was with was you. So what happened? Like, what? I want our men to do better. I want our men to do better. No, absolutely not. Like, if any of my peers or anybody watching this have a son, like, please, please let them know that their character and especially as a woman is going to be everything. Like, I don't like it when men are not a man of their word. Like, what? Crazy. What else, guys? What other red flags can you pick out from this story? I guess just being so in his head. It wasn't like, he wasn't a great communicator. Like, if I made you feel away, you have to let me know, because how else am I gonna know? And I felt like he had built up animosity towards me, and I just didn't know why. Like, he already had something in his head regarding me, and I don't think that was fair. But like I said, it was just a second date. It didn't go any further than that. But it was just like, okay. Anywho, Mr. Flex was flexing for himself, y'all. I guess that's another red flag. The whole show offy. Like, I like it when men are like, oh, I want to show off. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, I want to see the best of the best. Okay, but if it's to the point where you're not even asking me about my interests and you're saying, oh my God, look what we got going on, and it's actually something for you, like, that's crazy. I'm like, you like, I got a surprise for us. I'm like, okay, like, what is the surprise? Oh, not even, he didn't say us, my bad. He said, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, okay, well, like, what's a surprise? And he's like, oh, we're going to Nobu. You wanted to surprise yourself? Like, okay. Could have came here bigger. I don't know. Yeah, there's this. Looking back, like I said, there's so much stuff I'm just like, nah. But silence is everything. I think that I handled it pretty well. I think that you guys can learn some good things from how I handled it. Not responding. My silence was a response. There's no point engaging in any of his nonsense, because, first of all, I didn't know he was going to be reacting like that, one. And two, if I actually would have responded, I don't even know how he would have took that. There's no point. Like, I didn't know if he was here or going to be here. Like, no. I couldn't tell if he was serious or if he was playing around, or I'll leave it alone. I'll be confused on my own before I'll let you have me be confused. Okay? No. Guys, yeah. But like I said, that's the only, knock on wood, only worst date I've ever been on. I don't want to go on any bad dates anymore. You just gotta pray for people. I think that it's clear that somebody hurt him, and I think that maybe he was setting himself up for it, setting himself up to be ready to be hurt again. And it wasn't gonna be for me. Honestly, I was chilling. I was the least of his worries, or so I thought. Basically, the girls that did comment on my close friends about what I should talk about with Girl Talk, one person in particular said that I need to talk about being gaslit, or how to avoid that. And I told her, I was like, I really don't know. And I can't tell you if I have. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. But with me, I have a real good BS detector. I'm not gonna say I can't be gaslit. I'm never gonna say never. But my thing is, I have this thing where I can just see through people. I don't know. I ask questions. I don't really say much, but I think that when I think for a while and takes me time to process and I ask the right questions, I kind of hit the nail on the head, whether, you know, you're being real or not to me. Um, and I think that because of how I move, I'm all about actions, and you have to show me versus telling me. Nobody can tell me a story, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, I love it. You're going to do that for me? Because I don't know anything until I see it, and I don't believe anything until it's consistent. So I'm not easily swayed, y'all. So like a whole gaslight thing, and me, I honestly, I don't think I could relate. I'll be very honest. I think that my tactics I have in place have always done well for me regarding that. And I think that, men can smell me as well. I can smell BS, and they know to just leave me alone. Because I'm not here for it at all. I'm very, like, no nonsense kind of person. So yeah, like, we either can get along or we could just leave each other alone. That's totally fine. Either way, I'm good. I'm good. I think that kind of ends our little girl talk. Can you guys leave a comment below and let me know what other topics I should do for the next girl talk video? Just let me know. We could talk about any and everything. I think the next girl talk might be about body care and maybe just girl maintenance. That would be cool, right? And I really appreciate the support. I feel like I say this all the time, but I really appreciate the support with my YouTube journey, and I thank you guys for coming along with me. And make sure you guys, stay updated with me. Follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram. I recorded this makeup look, a little purple situation, and yeah, I really just can't wait to just do different kinds of videos and just keep this on going. If you guys have any comments about what you would have done in my situation, let me know. I want to hear everything. I'm responding to all the comments as I always do. And I'm just happy that you guys are here with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.